We're doing the same strategy over and over again, and we no longer trust ourselves to break free. And it's important to remember how you've done things up until this point hasn't got you to where you want to be. And that leads us to the real issue, the real problem that holds most people back. And you know what? It wasn't what I thought at the beginning. Have you ever noticed how some people always get things done, even when they're tired, distracted, or busy? You know that guy that always finishes projects, that always finds time to go to the gym, that always remembers to drink water. Meanwhile, you're at home battling the snooze button like it's a boss fight. And after all this time, I finally realized it's not about being more talented or even having more time, and certainly not about motivation. It's about building systems and habits to do the work, especially when you don't feel like it. And it's certainly nothing to do with motivation. 1 minute you're ready to build a business and conquer your finances, the next you're binge watching cat videos and eating Cheetos. Motivation can't be relied on. It can't take you to the places you need to go. You need to build discipline. And in this video, I'm going to give you 6 incredibly simple ways of doing just that, even if you've tried it before and failed. Now, these aren't going to be fluffy, try harder tips. I've tried that and it doesn't work. No, this is real, psychologically backed, life-tested advice that brings results. And if you're looking for a system of discipline to take you to that next level and bring results, then this short video may be just the one for you. Hi, my name is Rob. I'm building wealth simplified. And at 47 years old, I stopped being a heavy consumer and started my wealth building journey. Now I'm on a mission with this channel to show you that you could do the same for you and your family. Let's get into it. Before 2020, before the pandemic hit and global events took over all our lives, I had goals and dreams I did nothing about for years. Sure, I'd get inspired and start planning stuff. But then as soon as I started working on it, I would get distracted by the TV, by family, by work, by life events. Looking back now, it was a cycle that lasted for years. And I have a gut feeling that some of you watching this video may have experienced the exact same thing. You see, motivation is not my thing. I need something more reliable, more solid, something I can lean on when I need to get stuff done. I needed systems and a discipline to stick with them. So I educated myself on the system of discipline and how to get stuff done and move forward. And I soon discovered that people that got stuff done, people that achieved their goals, did it on the basis of systems and discipline. In that same year, we finally started to tackle our personal finances. We started to pay back our consumer debt and started acquiring assets and building a net worth. And it all started with these 6 steps I'm going to take you through today, and by leaving motivation behind. They really helped us get our plans off the ground, and they can do the same for you. Start, but start smaller. Now, they say it only takes 30 days to start a habit, but the trick I was missing, I needed to make the habit smaller and achievable. It needed to be a habit that I could make and hold in my busy life and these busy times. Look at it this way. Making a new habit that takes you from 0 to 100 in one big leap is setting yourself up for fail before you even start. It often doesn't work like that. Making these lofty goals and shooting for the moon can demotivate you when you fail. But breaking it down and doing it in 3, 4, or 5 simple steps can really set you up for success and send you soaring. And after each small step, you're literally proving to yourself you can do it and have that sense of achievement that can propel you forward. It doesn't need to be intense, and you don't always need to shoot for the moon. You just need to get off to a flying start and get the encouragement to continue. And you can help yourself even more by making these small steps as easy as possible. Take away the major effort and the blockers that can stop you from forming this new habit. I found this to be a great cheat code, and you may have done it in the past already without even realizing it. So if you're reading a book to try and help you build wealth, and you want to take all the information in, instead of trying to read 3 or 4 chapters, read 3 or 4 paragraphs. If you're building yourself up to go to the gym, instead of doing 100 push-ups, do 10. And if you're working on your emergency fund, don't focus on $2,000 to $4,000. Focus on $10 a day. Now, it sounds silly, but here's the psychology of it. Every time you follow through, you're building up a new part of your identity. You're building up a new habit. And just like investing, small, consistent steps beats intensity every time. Instead of focus on building that whole goal, build a habit, and habits compound like crazy. Make it easy to start. Okay, I don't know where this quote came from, but I read it many years ago and it always stuck with me. Discipline doesn't start in the doing, it starts in the starting. And that always resonated with me because I found it difficult to begin something. It's like going to the gym. I love being there and working out, but actually getting in the car and driving there was a hassle. Or watching a great video about building wealth, having to turn my phone off and find a quiet spot in the house to enjoy it. So the trick here is find a hack. If you're going to the gym, go before work or straight after work. Bring your gym gear with you. If you need some quiet time for yourself, set up the spot in advance. So when you find the time, you can go straight there. It's all about removing the friction, making it easy to start. The less thinking about it, the more chance you're going to go through with it and get it done. Your willpower is like your phone battery. It dies fast if you keep open tabs on your brain. So don't aim for perfect. Aim to get it done any way you can. And if it means you need to do preparation in advance, do that. For me, the best thing about these small wins is the accomplished feeling when you wake up in the morning. It's that great feeling of being ahead before you're even out of bed. get things completed, and get them off your list instead of feeling behind and adding those small jobs from yesterday to an already busy day. I also found that tying new tasks to something automatic helped create muscle memory and form discipline. For example, on a Sunday morning, I'll get up a little bit early before the kids and have a cup of coffee and go over my weekly planner for the week. I rarely drink coffee these days, so having that rare one on a Sunday morning is pretty special. Another system I picked up is to print off my to-do list and leave it on my desk ready for the morning. But whatever works for you, find cheat codes to get the task done and employ them. Make it as easy as possible for yourself to get over the finishing line, to get the result, and the result is all that matters. Stack habits on habits. Okay, this was a real game changer for me and I love it. It's called habit standing and it's magic. Essentially, all it is you take an existing habit, like brushing your teeth or walking your dog, and you attach your new habit to it. You're stacking your new habit with your old habit and giving it a greater chance for success. The only thing I'll point out here is make sure it's a good habit. So for example, if I'm cutting the grass, instead of listening to music, I'll listen to a podcast. Before I watch a TV program, I'll do my to-do list for the next day. Before I go out for a nice meal as a treat, I'll go to the gym. The point here is you're going to piggyback your new habit onto something automatic. You completely avoid building a new routine from scratch. You're going to anchor it onto something stable. Now, it sounds simple, maybe too simple for it to work, but it does work and it works really well. And guess what? It makes your day feel effortless. It turns good behavior into autopilot mode. In James Clear's book, Automatic Habits, he pointed this out really well. James said, the best way to build a new habit is to identify a current habit you already do each day and stack your new behavior on top. The reasoning here is your brain already trusts your behavior. It trusts the anchoring habit. So putting a new habit on top should be easy and certainly much easier to follow through on it. Now remember part one, make that habit a manageable one. Don't go from 0 to 100 in one big leap. Your brain's going to reject that as being unachievable. You're going to sabotage yourself before you even start. And by stacking these habits, you're creating routines, bypassing willpower altogether. You're tricking your brain to think in a different way and adapt. And it's important to remember how you've done things up until this point hasn't got you to where you want to be. Most people are static in their lives at best. At worst, they're going backwards, falling into debt and poorer circumstances. We need new habits, and stacking them this way will help you alter your direction and your circumstances. You'll be setting yourself up for success and minimizing the chance of failure. And for the next chapter, I've got another excellent cheat code. Make failure harder than success. So here's the secret that most people won't tell you. The reason why motivation is so flawed is because we often choose what's easiest and not what's right. People are smart. They know the tasks they have to do, and they also know the things that block them from doing those tasks. We often choose what's easier to do. We often get distracted and not do what we should do. I know I need to paint my son's room, but I'm going to sit down first. It's been a long day. I know I've got to file my taxes on time, but I'll do it at the weekend. Right now I'm busy. I'm sure you know the deal. I certainly did. But this is why motivation is such a flawed concept. So here's another cheat code to turn the tables on these bad habits. We're going to make these bad habits harder to do than the good ones. Here's what I mean. If you're on your phone in bed and you're tired in the morning, turn your phone off, or better still, leave it in another room. If you're doom scrolling through social media for an hour in the evening time and you don't get your task done, uninstall that social media app. If you're watching cat videos on your laptop when you should be doing some paperwork, remove your laptop, pack it away. If you're spending too much on food delivery instead of cooking at home, delete the apps. Now, some of these steps may seem a bit aggressive, maybe a step too far, but how serious are you? How much do you want to win? How much do you want to achieve your goals? How much do you want to get ahead? You need to have a level of honesty with yourself. Either turn off the distraction or delete it altogether. And if you've been distracted like this for years and not achieving your goals, maybe you need that step change. Now remember, in step one, we did purposely small steps to get those psychological wins. But now as we increase our scope and maybe the size of the tasks, maybe you need a step change. Maybe you need to take more drastic action so you can outsmart the bad habits. Make that bad habit annoying, inconvenient, a burden on your life. Because you know what? It is. Because by doing that, you'll be making your new good habits so easy to do, it will be silly not to. You'll be empowering it to get it done. And you know deep down that you need it to positively change your life. Most evenings I would spend almost an hour in bed just scrolling through my phone, going through mindless junk. I would call it the wind down after a busy long day. Looking back now, it was an hour wasted enforcing bad habits that did me no good. It also messed up my sleeping patterns and my brain routines, but that's another video. Now I charge it in the kitchen and I don't touch it before bed. If I'm still a bit awake, I'll read a good book. The point is I create a new habit by leaving the phone in the kitchen and erase the bad habit. No more doom scrolling before bed and a better night's sleep too. Discipline isn't about willpower. It's about how you form a new environment and how that environment helps your good habits. Number 5, track it like it matters, because it does. Now, just like tracking your monthly budget, if you don't track your new habits, your new success, your winning streak, you won't be able to change it. at least in the early days, until it becomes entrenched. Tracking these new habits and what works will help you. And here's why. If you're not tracking what you're doing and what works, you're just guessing. And guesswork kills momentum. It's too vague to sustain. Tracking takes the vague goals and turns them into visible, measurable goals. Every check mark, every documented step forward, every streak is a win. Now, it may be a small win, but each win will build momentum and it wires the brain for more action. That small dopamine boost is your friend and ally. Tracking will also help you spot patterns, good ones and bad. It will help you identify where you've fallen off, which habits feel forced, and what ones are actually working. And you can track different levels of wins, so you can get a really good detailed picture of your progress and a visual board of your growth. The number of distraction-free hours of work you've got done in a single day. How many evenings in a row you stopped looking at social media. How many mornings you didn't touch that snooze button. These and more are all part of your growth. They're all part of your journey to be more disciplined. And you know what? If you start tracking your good habits, you can reward yourself for a job well done. For example, for a 5-day or a 10-day streak, you can get yourself a small treat at the coffee shop. Maybe on a 30-day streak and the formation of a good new habit, you can have a shopping treat. You're not just building good new habits, you're actually building trust with yourself. And it's that trust that will develop into confidence. At this point, things will really pick up the pace. Number 6, forgive yourself fast and keep going. Okay, let's get real here. You're going to mess up from time to time. Everybody does, unless you're a robot. Life happens and it gets in the way. You'll skip a workout or two. You'll procrastinate. You eat junk food. You go to bed and you'll take your phone with you. But here's a really important thing to remember. It's the difference between people that fail and people that succeed. The ones that do succeed don't make failure mean anything about them. They miss a day. They get back to it the next day. They fall down. They get up. Failure is all part of life's journey and we learn so much from it. It's not the opposite of discipline. It's a part of it. Remember, we're not looking for perfection. We're looking to achieve our goals, and the result is all that matters. The real problem is that people fail because they fall into a spiral. It defines them and it defines their goals. Think of it like this. It's like getting a flat tire and giving away the car, or stopping a renovation halfway through because the contractor has made a mistake. I'll be honest, as a contractor, I have made mistakes. It just makes no sense to quit on a stumbling block. Life happens, recover fast and move forward. In the past, I'll be angry at myself and frustrated if I made a mistake, but I no longer do that now. After all, if my friend made a mistake, I wouldn't be angry at them. So why should I be angry at myself? We need to be kinder. We need to be smarter. We need to reset and keep going. I eventually built my resilience and my focus, and that helped me build my discipline. Now, I'm not being too easy on myself. That's not what I'm saying here. That in itself can lead to other problems. But by tracking my progress, making goals achievable, making failures harder, I earned the right to be kinder to myself when things didn't go to plan. Things can go wrong even when you do all the right things. And in the words of Han Solo, it's not my fault. And that leads us to the real issue, the real problem that holds most people back. And you know what? It wasn't what I thought at the beginning. So after analysing past failure to be more disciplined and our mental blocks moving forward, we discovered the real issue we're dealing with. We need to learn how to trust ourselves again, to say we'll do it, and we actually do it. It's mental resistance that's built up on a foundation of self-doubt and poor or no systems. We're doing the same strategy over and over again, and we no longer trust ourselves to break free. We are simply giving up before we've even started, and it's become ingrained in us. We are saddled with the concept of having to be motivated. Huge unsurmountable goals, low esteem or feeling lazy, and a distracting environment. When you break it down and look at it like that, it's no wonder that we fail at discipline. We have a really poor strategy. It's holding us back, and the outcome will never change unless we change that strategy. So write this down, print it off, put it in your own words, do whatever you need to do, but put it on the wall so it's prominent and it can help you inform your choices. It's your discipline playbook and it'll help launch you forward with focus and energy. Make it a promise to yourself and your future accomplishments. It all starts here. Number 1, start small manageable tasks. Number 2, make it easy to start. Number 3, stack your habits on habits. Number 4, make failure harder than success. Number 5, track your wins. Number 6, forgive fast and keep moving. Now, if you implement just one of these steps, you'll have an overnight improvement on your discipline. Implement the whole plan and follow all 6 steps. Where do you think you'll be in 30 days' time? Well, I can tell you where you won't be. You won't be a person trying to be disciplined. You'll be empowered and disciplined enough to get your shit done for you and your family. And as time goes on, you'll inevitably exceed yourself and become an expert in being disciplined and getting it done. And like all of us, your dream life is there. You just need to go get it. And you're going to find the easiest way to get there are small, boring, consistent steps. But you know what? If you apply yourself, I know you can do it. You just need to believe in yourself. Now, if you stayed to the end of the video, thanks so much for watching today. I appreciate you. If you found some value, perhaps give me a thumbs up, maybe share the video, even subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you on board this journey. In the meantime, I'll see you over there.